Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start this episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million things with your time, so the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting me, loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
All right, and we're back. I'm excited about today's episode. We have a returning guest, but there's so many things we didn't talk about last time that I can't wait to ask him this time. So, as you guys know, I don't introduce my guests because they can do a better job of that than myself. So on that note, sir, can you please tell everybody who you are and what you're about?
Elliot, thanks for having me back. Kyle Warren here. I am a local Rotarian. I'm with the Rotary Club, Fort McMurray Oil Sands. I'm also running the Wood Buffalo Disc Golf Association for the disc golfers in town here. And I'm a skydiver, and I think you guys wanted to quiz me on some of that stuff. It sounds like you want to jump out of a plane one of these days.
No, that does not sound like that. No.
No, it 100% does. We're gonna get him out one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just a local guy that likes to help out around the community with the Rotary Club.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before I get into my selfish questions, what's going on? What do you want to talk about first and foremost in regards to the Rotary Club or disc golf? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, so let's start out with Rotary Club. We got the Real Rock Film Festival. I finally get to host again. I'm really excited about that. So that's kind of piggybacking off of Banff Film Festival. It's kind of the same kind of idea. So we're going to that this Friday as well. A little plug for them.
Whoa. Let's double back on that. Okay, so what's Real Rock? It's happening this Friday?
No, that's Banff Film Festival is Friday, Saturday this week. And
is it here?
We're going to be giving out, at Keanu.
It's not virtual?
There. Nope, they're doing half capacity seating still. There's a little reception this Friday I'll get to go to.
And Saturday?
Yep. And they'll be giving out tickets to Real Rock Film Festival each night. So you can win a pair of tickets if you show up.
Are tickets still on sale?
I believe so. Yep.
I love that.
The Friday may have filled up, but I believe Saturday should still be available.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Tanner, man, when we're done filming, like Keanu College, right?
Yep.
We need to get. I'm getting tickets right away. Saturday.
Yep,
okay.
Absolutely.
I did not know that. I thought it was virtual again because my mom hit me up a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And wanted to get like the virtual and watch it.
Right.
Yeah. And like I said, yeah, sure, Mom, if you want to get it, because I wasn't sure it was coming to town.
Right. Yeah. Last year, because we're like a donor towards them, they just had us guys show up and had a little thing for us, and it was very limited capacity. But
yeah.
Try and get in.
I went. They had one just a few months back, like at Keanu, and I don't want to say it was full capacity. I don't know what the capacity was. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, but it was awesome to go see it, and I thought they were just doing it early just in case.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay. So that's this Friday, so I got to get the ticket for that.
Everything goes down as planned.
And so what's your thing? Like, because I know about Radical Reels, but...
Right, yeah, that's similar to that. So it's mostly like climbing, well, it's all climbing related.
All climbing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So some like alpinism and sport climbing and bouldering and all the top climbers in the world. You get to kind of see what's happened over the last year.
Nice.
Very cool, yeah.
I have to imagine all these guys who were doing extreme sports during COVID probably accelerated their training in what they were doing.
Right. Yeah.
So it'll be very exciting to see what...
Train individually, right? Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Individual sports, yeah, for sure. So excited for that.
So when's that happening?
That is April 9th.
Okay. You got to come back on before this so we can pump that up.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're still looking for local sponsors if anyone wants to throw in for raffles and or donate some kind of items, and our cash will definitely accept it.
Okay.
And so that's Rotary Club of Fort McMurray Oil Sands on Facebook. You can follow us there. And what else are we doing? We're working with SPCA for Pedals for Paws. My buddy Taras and I are the mechanics. We fixed up about 80 bikes last year and sold. So it was quite a successful event, and I think it's reached out to the public quite a bit because we have quite the stockpile of bikes that have built up at SPCA for donations.
Okay.
So we fix up bikes there, and then we, as Rotary Club, we like to be humanitarians, and we ended up giving away a few kids' bikes, and we're looking to to get some more kids bikes fixed up and given away
Cool.
this year. So
Very cool.
yeah, so SPCA has been really good to partner with on that project, and I think we've helped make it quite successful.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about disc golf? What's happening here for this upcoming season?
Yeah,
I have to
so-
assume you don't do it in the winter.
We do. I was actually playing last night.
What?
It's really fun in Lions Park because like all the lights are
Cool.
set up. It's all
Yeah.
Christmassy and winter wonderland out there. So it's pretty fun, man. The snow is deep as heck right now.
Yeah.
So we have to put like a 3 or 4 inch ribbon, like a Christmas like tinsel kind of thing on your disc. So
Right.
when it goes in the snowbank, you can see something sticking out. My buddy's lost 2 discs last night.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're pretty committed. It's usually only 4 or 5 of us. So you can see if you see someone disc golfing in the winter, it's probably
Yeah.
us. And then we're working with Keanu College at the Syncrude Sport and Wellness. We have Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. The public can come out, just $5 drop in, and we got a whole soccer pitch there inside, and we get to throw
Nice.
discs around. And they bought a bunch of like the canvas baskets. So we have like a little short course laid out. There's like 4 different games you can play. Kind of like horse, so you gotta like
Right.
copy what the other guy did, trick shot or something like that.
Right.
And 21 is kind of like horseshoes. You play back and forth,
Yeah.
and yeah, then like a short course and some putting practice.
Very cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah, you can pop in $5 into our club, and we'll track all your scores and stuff for you, and you can win prizes, win a disc each day, the overall winner, and yeah, pretty cool, super fun.
So when you're playing outside in the winter, like the air is different.
Yeah,
It's
man,
dense.
it's frustrating. It's your distance is taken away so much because it's dense, cold air,
Yeah.
and you got a ribbon and whatever else you're trying to do taped
Right.
onto it to slow it down. So yeah, it's pretty frustrating. You like rip a really good drive, you think it's flying forever, especially at night. Your depth perception's all messed up. You're like,
Yeah.
way over here, and you're always like 50 feet back from where you thought it
No
went.
doubt. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So like at Lions Park, I know they're doing tons of cool stuff down there. You have like the skating and everything else.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I used to go snowshoeing there because like,
cool.
the snow is deep there because not all of it is touched. So
Yeah.
are you guys in snowshoes playing, or are you just regular shoes?
I'm wearing my snowboard boots, but a lot of guys will wear like a baffin boot or something and snow pants. Cause
Yeah.
like, yeah, last night it was some spots is like above your knees.
That's
even,
right.
like where it drifts over. So
Wow,
it's
you guys are hardcore, man.
it's exhausting. Yeah.
Hardcore.
Once you start looking around for a disc and you're trekking around through this deep stuff, like
Yeah.
you're sweating.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
for the love of the game, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, now I got to be selfish with my questions here. So you got your plugs out. That's great. Thank you for telling me about the Banff Film Festival. I
Yeah.
did not know. I'm going to get my tickets literally as soon as we're done filming.
Good.
Let's talk about skydiving.
Yeah.
I don't skydive. I have no intent, need, and or want.
Tanner's pushing you.
Tanner, I guess, has done it once or twice.
Once, yeah.
I know we talked about it a little bit before, but like you're into this. This is a thing for you. So explain why. I know what skydiving is, but
Yeah, I consider myself recreational, even though I have like 400 and some jumps.
right.
But like last year, I didn't get any, and I had the baby, and I was sponsored by a disc golf company. I was kind of focusing on that, but
Right.
yeah, I've had years where I've had over 100 jumps, so
Yeah.
there's a quarter of my jumps pretty much in one year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still involved with it, but yeah, I know quite a bit about it. I've been over 10 years now. I just got my 10-year pin
Okay.
from the CSPA, the Canadian Sport Parachute Association,
Right.
a couple of years ago. So yeah, I'm pretty into it. I do what's called free flying is my discipline of choice. There's tons of different
I was just gonna
skydiving
ask.
disciplines. So like you guys were talking about wingsuiting and stuff. That's what most people think of, and then they'll call it a squirrel suit, that's the brand of it's wingsuiting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like disc golf, they're discs,
Yeah.
not frisbees. No,
That's right. It's like
Call it
Kleenex. They're
whatever
not
you
all
want.
Kleenex.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's good marketing
And,
when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've done that once. I just checked
Whoa,
it
whoa,
off.
whoa.
We kind of
You had
out of a plane. So when people think of wingsuiting, they picture like cruising down a mountain. So that's so many levels of disciplines mixed together, mastered.
Right.
So base jumping is one thing, which I haven't done.
yeah.
Thought about it, but now got a kid, and I don't know. I might do. So base stands for bridge, antenna, span, earth. So
Okay.
span is building antenna, span, earth.
Yeah.
So span is a bridge, and that's the safest way to do it. When you first start learning, you jump
That's
off
right.
a bridge. And because then if you have a 180 line twist, you don't fly into a mountain.
That's right. That's exactly it.
You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
an open bridge to fly under.
That's right.
So so wingsuiting is one thing. You learn how to do that after 200 jumps. When I hit my 200, I did my wingsuit course, and then you do that out of a plane. You figure out how to maneuver around clouds, and if you're good at base jumping, you can combine them together. Typically, you want to learn how to track really well first. So that's
Right.
just like in a regular skydiving suit. Mine's like kind of form fitting for free flying. We go really fast vertically, basically.
Yeah.
And so you learn how to track. You pull your arms in. You can go sideways, basically. You need to know that's like a basic thing so that you can separate from each other before you open your parachutes.
Right. Right.
And so then you can start learning how to angle track, where you're coming faster at an angle, and then kind of develops into what I do, which is free flying. So sit flying like this. My buddies are making fun of me again, because in the bar I'm always describing this. You gotta sit fly like this, and you pretend your buddy smells funny. You want to take a duck because you have to balance with your head.
Okay.
Everything's backwards, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you fall on your back is kind of the safety position. You have to do like a spread Jesus kind of thing to get back up, because it's not, if you do a sit up, it's exactly opposite. You just fly backwards, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's learning how to walk in 3 dimensions, and I've started getting into head down, so you're upside down, and you there's like daffy where your feet are like this, or sorry, daffy and shelf like that.
Yeah.
And so there's all different kinds of body variations, and being this close in a free fly, like it takes quite a while to get to that. And it's a successful jump when you get that close and you grab your buddy's shoe or something. So
that's nuts, because you're going at like speeds.
Yeah, we
and
reach
like
around 300 kilometers an hour when you're pinned and like a head down, or especially like higher altitude, like we were talking halo jumps. The air's thinner the higher you go, so you can go faster.
Right.
If you're like holding on to each other.
That's all right.
You're cruising pretty fast. You're a meat missile.
Yeah, that's
Just
exactly
your body,
it.
No vehicle going.
And if you bump each other's
300
head, knock
kilometers.
each other out at that altitude, it's game over.
Yeah, there's a lot of space up there. It's pretty rare that you collide.
You kind of got the whole sky to avoid one dude. So.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm the type
don't
to
be
do
a
that.
meat missile. That's
I might bump into somebody. I'm just
that's
saying.
the thing.
It's one of those activities. We were talking before we started filming. Like, I remember first being introduced to like seeing it on television anyways,
Yeah.
was X Games
Right.
1, when they used to have the competitions.
They're doing the colorful suits and spinning
Yeah.
around with their legs.
And I'm
spread and
like,
stuff.
this is wild, because when you think of jumping out of a plane, like traditionally, like the guy jumps out of a plane, he free falls for a little bit,
Right.
he pulls his parachute,
Yeah.
and then away you go. And now, like you said, there's so many different disciplines where you're just like,
I got
this
buddies
is
that
nuts.
do swooping. Those are the guys with like a tea towel canopy over their head, like super tiny, and they're cruising 100 kilometers an hour and skidding their foot across the pond and crashing into the peas and with their hips all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so that's there's lots of crazy disciplines. But
It's a thing too. Like, it's a cool thing.
yeah, man, super fun.
I like, once again, for
Really good
everybody at home,
community, lots of crazy people, fun to party with.
I have no intention, need or want to do it, but I can appreciate it.
Well, there you go.
And
I'll be your cameraman if you build up the guts.
Just because you have no intention, need, nor want doesn't mean it won't happen.
That's very true. Like, I never, and it's so cliche. Like, you never say never. You never know what kind of situation.
Maybe we can
you're
do a
gonna be in.
fundraiser to get Elliot out
That's
of a
right.
plane or something.
Well, somebody asked me a few weeks ago, like, if I would shave my beard for a fundraiser.
There you go. Yeah.
And I was just like, you'd have to raise a lot of money at this point. Like, for years I was clean shaven. I like how I look without my beard. I'm fine with it. But I'm just like, I don't want to shave it.
There you go. Work with the Rotary. We'll find the cause for you.
There was one time back in the day, I think I told the story on the show once or twice. I dressed up as Buddy the Elf.
Oh, really?
When
Yeah.
I was
Nice.
working at Acuren.
Well, yeah.
And I said, listen, I'm going to dress up like Buddy the Elf for a day,
Yeah.
if you guys can raise $1,000.
Nice.
And they're just like, yeah, okay.
Just randomly, like not around Christmas.
Yeah, no, it was at Christmas time. It was at Christmas. And it was for Santa's Anonymous, right? And so anyways, I just said it. I sent out like a company email.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, this is what I'm trying to do. It's for Santa's Anonymous. And then one of the plant sites, Syncrude, started. It was like, is it $1,000 like to come out to the plant site? And I was like, no, it's just one day I'll just dress up as Buddy if the company can raise $1,000.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but if we raise $1,000, will you come out to
We
site?
want you to-
And I was just like, yeah, I guess
the
so.
operators.
Anyways, all of the different plant sites and like a bunch of different offices all raised $1,000. I raised like $5,000.
Oh yeah,
And I
wow.
had to wear
Yeah,
this
there you go.
stupid outfit for
Get
5
them
days in a
involved.
row. It was a
FR,
nightmare.
buddy.
So like at that point I
Resistant,
decided like, yeah, if I'm gonna do like a fundraiser, I'm gonna set and like if I don't really want to do the challenge, you
Yeah.
just gotta set that bar pretty high.
Yeah, exactly.
So for me to
Make it
jump out of a
big.
plane, that
There you
bar
go.
would be set
Yeah, we
pretty
can-
high. for
I
a fundraiser.
also know that you are a opportunistic person.
Yeah.
And so like all of this convincing and fundraising doesn't need to happen if you can just pin the right moment to introduce it and be
Good.
like, this
That's
is what's
right.
happening.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
like you just
Very
got to
true.
find the right moment and
Facts.
I'm going to get you to get out of a plane.
Yeah. So
You
Happen.
signed up. Yeah, here we go.
well,
Your fault for employing me.
that's
Yeah.
right. Well, you were just saying like earlier, like you have a child, right?
Yeah,
And it's one of those things where I'm literally afraid of everything.
yeah,
Like I'm just afraid.
yeah.
But now that I have a kid, I don't want to put my fears on him.
Yeah.
So
Right.
since he's been
Complicated.
I'll bring it up to your kid then.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, hey, you got to convince your dad to go skydiving because
Well-
then what are you going to do?
well, if he
Yeah.
was gonna do it, like to the point, like
That's-
if to get me to do anything, if Keegan would want to do something,
Yeah.
that makes
good
me have
angle.
to
We
do
gotta
it.
work
So
Also, I got to convince your kid.
to go
Yeah.
skydiving as
convince
he
your-
goes older. Yeah.
There you go.
So, but like I don't like tarantulas.
Right.
Had some experiences with them in South America when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
I don't like tarantulas.
Yeah. It's
Which I
imprinted
think
in your
that's a
mind now.
legitimate, like, hey, it's I'm not afraid of spiders. I just don't like tarantulas.
Yeah,
And I
fair enough.
remember before COVID, they had the reptile zoo came to Fort McMurray,
Oh yeah.
and my kid was like 2 or 3,
Loving it.
and he was like fearless. He's like, I want to touch a snake. I want
Yeah.
a tarantula, this and that. He's like, Dad, come with me. I'm like,
Little hesitant,
Yeah, okay,
trying
let's do
not to
this.
look- Yeah, be brave in front of the kid.
and I had a snake wrapped around me. I swore like kind of like skydiving. I'm like, I have no need and or want.
Yeah.
When my kid was just like, hey dad, put the
Brave
snake
face.
around your neck.
Heart's
Like,
just pounding. Yep.
put the snake around the neck. And then he's like, hey dad, let the tarantula crawl on your hand. I'm like, let the tarantula crawl on your hand. Like there are certain things that make you kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's PC, but like man up basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Right.
and it's my kid. I got to man up. So I don't want to instill my fear on him.
Yeah. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Now, Tanner hit me up with the signal that he has his questions ready. So you've been here before. You know all about the Mac City Minute.
Yep.
Tanner,
Quiz me.
hit him up with the Mac City Minute.
Alrighty, question number 1 for you today. What is your favorite part of getting to host the events you do?
Oh man, it's fun. I like just kind of educating people on like climbing and the Real Rock Film Festivals and boasting a bunch of local companies in the area here and giving out a bunch of prizes to people that show up. Feels cool.
Question number 2. What is one story from your time helping animals that stands out to you?
So with like the SPCA, is that you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yep, we yeah, I'm just really proud about the Pedals for Paws event. Everyone should come and get a bike from us, and you'll get a way cheaper deal. And some gems show up, man. We had last year like $4,000 bike there.
Wow.
Pretty cool. And then the other thing is you get to play with puppies and stuff when we're over there tuning up bikes.
Question number 3. What is the biggest challenge of winter disc golfing?
The cold. It's like I say, it's frustrating to the dense air takes away from your drive. So there's that, and then it's exhausting when you have as much snow as we do right now. We're
Right.
looking at a winter wonderland out there. So it's pretty tiring stepping around in deep snow looking for discs.
Question number 4. What is the event you're most excited to attend this year?
Banff Film Festival this weekend. That's super cool, man. I look forward to that every year. Don Sidoroff puts on a really great event with the library there, and excited to be a part of it. Really cool.
And your final question. What is one extreme sport you want to try that you haven't yet?
That's pretty tricky, man. I've done quite a few. I would say maybe paragliding I'd like to get into. Bigger canopy, a little bit more calm, slower, and just, or you can build up to speed flying where it's a smaller canopy and cruising down the mountain. So yeah, that'd be fun. I've dabbled a little bit.
Those have been your 5 questions.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Extreme.
Yeah, man.
Have you bungee jumped?
I
to
have,
say.
yes. I've checked that off in Whistler.
Okay.
I did a double gainer, just kept
Yeah.
flipping as many times as I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. The only
And,
thing.
the-
Okay, go.
The other thing I was going to bring up is there's a wind tunnel in Calgary now called iFly.
Oh.
So vertical wind tunnel. If you're
I've
afraid
done
of
that.
heights, you can totally bang out some practice skydiving
Yeah.
without getting in a plane.
I've done a wind tunnel in Vegas. It was cool.
Yeah, sweet.
The one-
So imagine that in an airplane.
yeah.
There
Like
you go.
it's like gonna be 1,000 times cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I have no doubt that it's cool.
Yeah, you can get your kids
No
into
doubt.
it. Like, I'm obviously going to be pushing it on my kid, whatever he wants to do, but
Yeah.
I'll be disappointed if you
Yeah.
don't sky. No, it's good. But like,
That's on
16
TV now.
Yeah, it's forever on the internet.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
right.
lie. Gonna have-
Yeah, the only
is,
thing I've ever done that's like I would consider like extreme, quote unquote, and it wasn't. It was such a letdown. Was ziplining.
Zip, yeah, I know.
You're
Yeah.
just like, what is this?
Seems,
like,
seems cool at first, but then
Yeah,
you're like,
then
this
you-
is much slower than I thought it would be.
that's right.
Or like if you watch the dude who's like instructing you and you're like, you know, team of people doing this, and he gets on and he just zips at 100 miles an
Rips,
hour down
yeah.
that road, and you're like,
That's
oh,
right,
that's awesome, I'm gonna
mine's
do
governed.
that. And you're
That's
the you're the guy who's like stuck in the middle trying to like shimmy his way
Yeah, yeah,
over
yeah.
to the side. You're like, how'd you just do 100 kilometers an hour?
Yeah.
practice.
Pros.
Yeah.
All right, man. On that note, 20 minutes flew. I know we went over 20 minutes, so that's okay.
Yeah.
We do it all the
Thanks
time
for
here.
chatting.
But at the end of the show, you get a shameless shout out or plug. So you got the mics, the
Great.
lights, the cameras.
Just
Have
like
fun.
last time, I plugged my wife. Family shows. Right? But I'll shout out to my wife again. And yeah, we had a little coming on 6 months here, Eli. And so thank you, Jen. It's got him hanging off here all the time. And then, yeah, just join us on Facebook, Rotary Club of Fort McMurray Oil Sands. And Wood Buffalo Disc Golf Association is our official disc golf page. And then the group is Fort McMurray Disc Golfers.
There we go.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
man. Well, thank you for coming. Come back again and again and again, especially leading up to the disc golf season
Events,
really
yeah.
kicking off in the summer, and this spin-off of the BAM Film Festival come
Absolutely.
April.
Yeah, real
let's
rock.
pump that up.
April 9th, yep.
Okay, cool.
man.
All right. Well, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. It does mean the world to me. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
I said this. That's another Mac City Morning Show done.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.